Game number 2, Rain is up 1-0. They win this, they move on to the upper bracket, and if they don't, we go to a game 3. But starting over here with the side of ORCEN, looks like we're going to be taking a similar comp, maybe a couple changes. Yu Yang, Marceau, Ragnar, Daring, and then Salem, Napoli, Stalingrad, so a little bit of change there, and then Ohio and Vermont, so all of the American firepower. Interesting to see Vermont, haven't seen many of those, but we'll keep an eye on that. Over on the side of Rain, 4 DD comp for them this time. Kleber, Gearing, Kleber, Shima, Des Moines, Moskva, Napoli, and then a Kremlin and a St. Vincent. So the Ohio-Vermont combo is interesting. Vermont, of course, did get the buff, so its guns are better than they were, but still you have that long reload time. But I mean, between the two ships, you've got, 20 457mm guns ready to shoot. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how they go here. We'll see what happens. Starting to see the setups go. Looks like the Daring Ragnar play is going to be executed again at B by the side of ORCEN. Rain sending the Kleber of Bison, because that is Bison. And I'm not going to butcher his name again. Up to C. And then the Yu Yang is heading down towards A. But that double Kleber setup from Rain is going to be at the caps a lot quicker. Now, one thing I'm noticing is a little bit of difference with the radar. So Des Moines Moskva radar for the side of Rain means that you have 12 and 10 kilometer radar respectively. For the side of ORCEN, you're coming in with a Salem, which has really low range radar comparatively to the rest of these ships you can see, and a Stalingrad radar again. And of course, you have the Yu Yang still running that, as well as the Ragnar. So we're going to keep an eye. Looks like early cap for B will go to the side of ORCEN because it's not being contested. Marceau's Song is going to get there about the same time as the Kleber of Bison will. That'll be an interesting fight. We're going to keep an eye on this. Looking down south, we can see that the Kleber of Hexogen is going to make it into A, but right now I just want to watch this fight. This is going to be a very critical fight, and one of the things to watch is how much damage is that Shima going to do. Because that Shima is going to be the X factor right now. Shima, a lot of people forget that the Japanese torpedo boats actually do have decent guns, and so if the Shima can get some shots on that Marceau, can really be the turn between the Kleber and Marceau fight. Now, let's watch these torps as well. Torps are positioned really well. The Marceau is going to be having to be very careful with those. B and C are both capped respectively. A is going to be capped, so that will be the early lead to the side of Rain, and the Marceau actually pulling out and away from the cap. Now, Marceau heading up north. Salem also. We got to watch out for those torps. Shimakaze, if those have the range, I didn't look to see what if they were the 12s or the 20s. Those are going to be a possible problem for the Salem. Looks like those have to be the 20s. I would say. Oh, nope. Not the 20s. They are the 12s. Okay, so Salem going to dodge those. Might have seen them. Might not have. It would have been really tight. But now the fight's starting to engage at A. And the problem here is this is a really, really strong setup for Rain. They've brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, over half their team down to A. So trying to crack A is going to be extremely difficult for the side of ORCEN. Now, the other side effect of that is that the Daring and Ragnar have nothing to do. How quickly will ORCEN rotate them out to either A or C to try to help with that? Because right now they're not doing anything. There's nobody anywhere near them. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that and see. Kleber and Marceau spotting each other. Marceau is pushed far forward. Now he's in range of the Kremlin as well. He's going to have to be very careful. Down to 18,000. Dodges the Kremlin shells. Salem opening up. He sees the Kremlin. Shells miss from the Kremlin's back gun. And now the Salem trying to hit Bison, who's on the border. Kleber is getting hit nicely, though. Takes a bit of damage there. Marceau still has the worst end of that fight, but the Salem trying to balance it out. So far, no joy. St. Vincent looks like he's about to take a torp. Has managed to dodge the first one. Will he dodge the second set here that's coming in? It depends on the line he takes, but he looks like he's going to take one on the nose right here. Yeah, St. Vincent is going to take one down to 57,000. Instant DCP, but you can see that push up, and the Napoli and Yu Yang are going to have to bug out. Now, we see that ORCEN has finally said, okay, nobody's coming B. Let's move the Daring up. Ragnar is also moving up. Daring is going to run into the Shimakaze quite possibly, and that's actually a really good fight for the Daring. Marceau torps out, aren't going to hit anything. He's keeping the stuff spotted because he knows he can't be spotted unless the Kleber pushes forward. Salem in position to try to pin them here. Points lead has grown to 100 for Rain, but I do really like this ORCEN positioning, at least for the moment. This is going to be a big challenge, and if this Yu Yang goes down here, what I just said is going to be absolutely invalidated. Yu Yang trying to get out and get away. He's still spotted. He's trying to get dark right now. He just gets dark. St. Vincent takes another chunk down to 48k. St. Vincent has not used a heal yet. Damage he's taken is not as healable as you would think it would be. You would think more of that would have been healable, but he must have taken some chunks. And, oh, torpedo damage, that's right. Napoli now got the secondaries able to launch onto the St. Vincent. We'll follow these Ohio shells in. Ohio shells in, another 5k. Not a lot, but it is a steady chip down. St. Vincent also doesn't have a DCP for that fire yet. He gets dark, he'll heal up, but he has taken a lot of damage. But this stranglehold on A is just giving nothing to ORCEN. Meanwhile, you can see, here's the push up here. Salem has used that radar, and remember, if that was a, if that had been a Russian radar, that Shimakaze would have been in spotting, but because it's a Salem, has that low range, they don't spot the Shima. Daring of Geo Cruiser finding that Shima with the Ragnar, this is going to be big. If they time this right, that Shima, as he pushes in, is about to get murdered. Shima spotted, Ragnar radars him, boom, shells are out, and now the Shima has to say a prayer that he doesn't die. First set of salvo isn't the greatest. Shima trying not to shoot at all. 25 seconds left on the radar. Will it be enough time to kill the Shima? Looks like it will. Shima down to 9,000, 8,000. All the shells coming in on him, ladies and gentlemen. And ORCEN looked like they found the first kill of the game. 752 health. The Shima goes down. That is a kill for the side of ORCEN. And that brings the points back to a 50-point difference. But more importantly, C is now being capped, and there's no contest. But Rain is not sitting idly by. Moskva and Kleber moving up to B. They'll be able to contest. Ragnar's going to run into a buzzsaw there if he's not very careful. St. Vincent has used the heal back up to 44,000. He's hitting the Ohio. Ohio taking some decent damage, but that St. Vincent's not going to be in a good spot if he's not very careful. Moskva radar comes out. That will spot the Ragnar that was pushing back in. Ragnar's going to have to be very careful he doesn't die here. And Ohio shots out on the Des Moines. Des Moines down to 26,000. Interesting that he didn't choose to go for the St. Vincent. Yu Yang is spotted by that Moskva radar, though. 12 seconds left. Yu Yang trying to get out. He does not have a DCP, so a fire basically spells his doom here, ladies and gentlemen. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and dark. Des Moines down to 21,000. I do find it very interesting, and the Yu Yang takes a little bit more of a chunk there, that the focus is going on to the Des Moines behind and not the St. Vincent that's charging. Napoli's sitting in smoke. Des Moines not close enough to radar him by just a little bit, which means that the St. Vincent's going to continue to get chipped down. And looks like the St. Vincent's going to take some torps. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen, he turned just the wrong way, and that's going to feel brutal. 10,000 health on the St. Vincent. He's going to try to heal up, but that's a lot of health. And the Des Moines gets knocked out by the Ohio. Ohio's shells pay off, ladies and gentlemen. That's a second kill for the side of ORCEN. And now the St. Vincent is about to run into Yu Yang torps possibly. Will he have the dodge line? Looks like he's just gonna dodge, ladies and gentlemen. But the problem is, his heal is done. Here come the Ohio shells. St. Vincent at 23,000. He's down to 20k, and they smell the blood in the water of him. Second set of Ohio shells down, 18,000 health. And now, while we were talking about all that, B has been taken, but the points are basically even because of the 2 kills. St. Vincent down to 16,000 health, and he has been effectively removed from the game. Because his heal, you can see his heal maybe takes him up to 20k. Another salvo out from the Ohio, down to 15k. Yeah, his heal won't do much, so he has been very, very effectively removed from being a major factor for the rest of this game. Over here, we see the Kremlin and the Napoli are still sitting up here tight together. Marceau spotting them, but nothing they can do. And here's the Kleber coming up to try to make a play and spot. Now, the challenge for ORCEN is you've converted 2 kills. You're up by 70,000 health. But you need to push back into this Moskva to take B, and you got to be very careful as you do that. We can see the St. Vincent running away. He's not using the heal. He's going to use it to try to survive as he gets burned down if spotted again. But we can see that the Napoli and Ohio have now turned around because of that brilliant defense they and the Yu Yang executed here at A. Stalingrad peeking out. They are keeping that Kremlin and Napoli locked right in on that island. And you gotta expect Marceau dumping torps fairly soon. Marceau's been spotted very briefly. He's not quite in torp range, but you gotta expect that Marceau is gonna want to get the torps off soon. Oh, Gearing spotted. Yu Yang has not been spotted, so the Gearing is taking damage for free, and he's having to run away. He's out of the spotting, but he does take a fire, and that feels bad, taking a fire right as you go undetected, especially because he can't heal that. So, chipping him down by about 100 every second, should be down another 2k by the time it ends. St. Vincent briefly spotted. Shells are out on the St. Vincent. How much will it do? He has executed the heal, down to 17k, and bear in mind, that's basically what he's got left. You can see just the littlest sliver of health that he'll be able to heal back up, but it's not going to be much. Daring has successfully pushed into B, but the Moskva is coming in, and this is going to be bad. Daring doesn't want to run into a Kleber, and the Daring's going to have to retreat out of B, and the problem is the Moskva is going to radar him for another 26 seconds, and the Kleber has got reload booster ready to burn that man down to the ground. Daring's only hope is that he gets his smoke off and is able to get undetected within the time frame of the Moskva's radar ending before the Kleber kills him. But here comes the Kleber tilting over, trying to spot, hasn't been able yet. Geocruiser very well locked in there on that island, and the radar going down, ladies and gentlemen, and that means that the Kleber will not get the shots off before Daring goes dark. But Rain is now crested almost 900 points. St. Vincent's been spotted. Shells are going out towards him, but ORCEN is running low on time. They've got the lead, but they've got to stop this points gain if they want to have any chance of winning. And here comes a push from Rain up north. Napoli and Kremlin have pushed around. Vermont being spotted. Marceau has been spotted. Napoli is the focus target right now for the Salem. Marceau has managed to get dark. Will they be able to get that Napoli down? Vermont setting up, trying to get the angle so that he can. Here come shots from downtown. About another 8k off him. Vermont should be reloaded fairly soon. Napoli is on double fire. Here come the shells from the Vermont. 33,000. Vermont will be able to survive through this. It's really, can they kill off the Napoli? And they're opening up everything onto him. Napoli down to 16,000. 11,000. The DCP finally used. 8,000. 7. Is he going to get to that island? I don't think he is, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't have the heal. He's at 1,200, ladies and gentlemen. And they're going to get the kill on him. And with them holding all the caps, that means that now ORCEN has taken the lead. And they're in all 3 caps. Fights going on all over the place. Ragnar has been spotted of Foxtrot Rides in A, but he still just needs to hold the cap. And the St. Vincent down to 12,000 health. Still has that heal left. He's gone dark. But the fight now is the focus is on this Kremlin. Vermont is healing up. Kremlin down to 45,000, and this push has gone all wrong for them. They need to get that Vermont off the field now if they want to pull this out, because the points for the side of ORCEN is cresting 900 as we speak, and that Kremlin has 1 heal left. Vermont at 27,000, his heal is going to be down now, But here we go. We're seeing the push in. Vermont shells in, gets 7k on the Kremlin. Watch the Stalingrad. Stalingrad's going to be the decider, but the Daring is dealing with the Moskva, so Stalingrad can't help up there. There are fights all over the field at this point. It is fast and it is furious. Daring of Geocruiser looks like he's about to go down. He's waiting for the radar to be gone before he smokes up. Vermont looks like he's going to go down. Daring goes down. That puts them at 908 for the side of Rain. Vermont looks like he's about to go down. He's got 8 seconds. He's just praying to survive 8 more seconds to get his heal off. But here come the shots from the Moskva. Are these going to finish him? Oh, he's not dead yet. Oh, and they get him right as he pops the heal. And now, Rain at 948. But they don't have any caps ticking yet. The Kremlin is taking C, but it's not full yet. The other cap is being contested, and ORCEN is still ticking up points on the side of A. And now it comes to the Stalingrad-Moskva fight. Moskva is healing up. He's at 16,000. Stalingrad has 17 seconds to his heal. Moskva gets the higher DPM, but can anyone help out with that Moskva? 4.5 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a game. Uh-oh, Kleber spotted. Shots out from the Marceau. They're trying to hit the Kleber. If they can get him off the field, that's big. 4,000. Shells in. 2,500. DCP. They get the St. Vincent down at the far end of the field while we're watching the knife fights up here. Kleber trying to get the Marceau. Kremlin shots are in. Kremlin shots. Get him! And the response that is needed for the side of Rain. They are up 948 to 830. They've got 1 cap ticking. Moskva, though, about to go down. Moskva goes down, ladies and gentlemen. And now the win is back in favor of ORCEN. What a game. 4 minutes left. 5-3 ORCEN. They're looking to hang on. They're looking to win. Ragnar spotted by the gearing. Ragnar has 1 radar left. Has chosen not to use it yet. Stalingrad, by the way, 50 seconds till heals. Oh, is he going to tick out? He's going to tick out, ladies and gentlemen. And Rain, because of that fire, I didn't realize, they're back up by 100 and they win in a minute. Oh my goodness. Salem spotted by the Kremlin. This might be the deciding fight. Salem does not have a heal for 30 seconds. He's going to be laying out as much damage on the Kremlin as he can. And Kremlin's used his DCP. He has no heals left. All the Salem needs to do is burn down the health that remains. But will he be able to do it? Salem has 20 seconds. He's going to get another shot on him before he gets off his heal. 18,000. Here come the shots from the Kremlin. There's the permafire on the Kremlin right as he goes. Salem at 7,000, but 8 seconds to heal. And the Kremlin is burning, ladies and gentlemen. Rain wins in 30 seconds. Can that Kremlin survive for 30 seconds? There's the heal. Will the Salem be able to survive? Salem pouring everything in on that Kremlin. Kremlin down to 10k. He's on double fire. 8k. Salem at 15. Salem's about to beach. 4k, ladies and gentlemen. And we're not even looking at the gearing fight. Oh, they get the Kremlin right with the last second. But the Salem goes down as well. And the Kremlin manages to get him. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to be a Rain win. The gearing's not spotted. He's just going to run to the border. And with 30 seconds left in an absolutely crazy game, Rain's going to come out by the slimmest of margins on top. Oh, that is the proper way for me to get welcome to EU casting with a game like that. What a game. What a game. GG, well played. But ladies and gentlemen, your winner is going to be the side of Rain. And Rain will take the series 2-0, and they will continue to move on, ladies and gentlemen. What a game.